All right, thank you, Scott. Scott, this question will be for you. It's question number 7. What is the biggest difference between you and your opponent? And if you win the primary, how do you plan to win the general election?
You know, my opponent has spent the last many years in Washington as part of the party establishment. And, you know, fair or unfair, what we've gotten out of the party establishment over the years, over the last several years, has been now the most liberal administration and president in the history of our nation. You know, I've been back here at home for nearly a quarter of a century, creating hundreds of jobs for Arkansans. You know, I've been doing this in the private sector, not government. It is also important. I've been serving my community in many ways by being on different boards and commissions. I'm on the Rescue Mission Dorcas House Board of Directors now, and I'm a reserve deputy sheriff. I've been patrolling out the county for the last couple of years and doing that all for free. You know, I understand the day-to-day successes and struggles of owning and operating businesses. This is a real unique experience, trust me. I've had times where I'm not taking paychecks in order to make sure that my employees got paid when times are tough. And you know, that's something that you have to do. Those are decisions you have to make on a real life, real business level experience. And you know, it is that kind of real experience that I will take from the private sector. And that's the kind of decision-making process I'm going to make, that I'll take and have. And you know, that's what we need in Washington. We need people with some real experience.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of those as differences. You know, I'm on the board of Big Brothers Big Sisters, have been involved in the community. This is my home. I think the big difference is that I understand that you can't win in November if you don't have a well-funded, organized campaign. Until KATV and some of the other press here start giving us free ad time, we're going to have to keep paying for it. And I understand that to beat the Democrats in November, we're going to have to be well-funded, and we're going to have an incredibly strong campaign. I think that's probably where our biggest difference is.
All right. Tim, this question is for you, question number 16. What taxes do you support cutting to encourage growth?
First of all, I think we need to do no harm. There are a lot of things waiting in the wings, legislation waiting in the wings, that will be detrimental to our economy. Cap and trade energy tax, for example. Let's stop it. Card check is not a tax, but it is a burden on businesses. Let's stop it. The health care bill that just passed, we got to do what we can to reform it. So those are the first things. Secondly, the 01 and 03 tax cuts on individuals and small businesses have been critical to this country's economy. We need to extend them. They're expiring. The death tax. We got to make sure the death tax is dead permanently. Right now it's dead, and we don't want a resurrection of it. We want it to stay dead. So those are some of the key taxes and policies that we have to either stop or adopt to get the economy going again. Because at the end of the day, it's not Washington's money, it's our money, and it needs to be left with us, not sent back to us after we send it up there. It needs to stay with us, and we can do more in our communities.
All right, Scott, 45 seconds.
You know, our friends on the left love employees, but they absolutely hate employers. And that is, I don't understand it. That's how you get a 9.7% unemployment rate. You know, we need to cut the capital gains tax. We need to make sure the death tax is dead. You know, but I'm now seeing federal government, they're wanting to hand out tax credits to me to hire unemployed people. And they've got it backwards. They don't get this. This is a complete reversal of what needs to happen. We need to have people like you have money in their pockets to go out and spend money at retail businesses across this country, and that creates jobs. That stimulates the economy. That is what we really need to do. We need to get the burden off of the back of the government, or get the burden of the government off the back of the people and off the back of small business.
All right, Scott, this question is for you. Number 10. How can we improve health care in a fiscally responsible manner without plunging our nation further into debt?
It's free market. It is free market. Opening the borders, we got to see real free market, interstate competition with insurance companies. We've got to address the issues of pre-existing conditions. We need to advocate wellness programs. We need to have true medical liability tort reform. That is a key issue. And those are going to give us a base right off the bat to give us, that'll give us a base to do this without burdening taxpayers now. And it's also going to keep us from putting this country trillions of dollars more in debt, which is exactly where we're headed right now. The Obama health care plan is a disaster, and it's also going to end up killing small businesses all across this nation. And we cannot let the government run our health care system, period.
Okay, Tim?
We definitely need health care reform, but we don't need more government spending, higher taxes, more government involvement, more government agencies. What we need is common sense, market-based reforms. Tort reform, doctors, and a recent poll said that 25% or so of their practice is defensive medicine. We need to have tort reform. We need to be able to have interstate commerce, competition between across state lines that allows for portability of the health insurance plans. And we need churches and other groups to be able to pool their resources to have their own insurance plans.